Well, David, how's that result left you feeling today?
I think to get anything out of that game is a positive. I thought we were terrible for the majority of the game, but we did now show some courage and some resilience. We've limited them to very few chances, but our quality on the ball, which is very rare for me to say, I thought was poor, and the lads know that. So it's the second time in 2 weeks that we've picked up 4 points from the last two games. We were disappointed at the final whistle, so we've played a lot better. But we've still got something out of the game, and when you're going into injury time with, without anything to get anything at that point, is you've got to see it as a positive.
And was that a case of Cambridge stopping us playing today?
No, I don't think so. I thought we misplaced passes, and they tried to bully us. So when you're contending with that, you've to get a point is a positive thing. I thought the lads, for all the, we had a lot of players off their game today. I thought the subs were very good when they come on. I thought they sort of rescued the game for us, if you like, because they weren't as poor, if you like. They weren't having as an off day like the lads who'd come off the pitch. Not just come off the pitch, there were some others as well. So when you factor all that in, to get anything out of the game is a huge positive. So, as one of the lads has just said there, we take the point and move on, and we know we've got to be better. And it's like that's sort of it.
And it felt quite similar to the Bristol Rovers game a couple of weeks ago in that first half, where, there was an excuse for that game because we had the Man United game a few days before.
We played miles better against Bristol Rovers in both halves. Even the first half, we played better than we did today. Second half, we played a lot better. Yes, you have to give credit a little bit to Cambridge because they don't give up many chances. I don't know, but I would imagine that's the lowest XG we've had all season. But like I said, you take something from the games where you don't particularly play well, and it's got to be seen as a positive. We still only lost once in the league, and Justin following that penalty deserves a huge amount of credit because he had the belief that we were going to score a goal. Like I said, we didn't create much. We didn't give anything away. I thought we defended set pieces, their long throws, their free kicks, their corners into the box extremely well, really well. Open play fine. I thought our quality throughout the pitch was poor. We were competitive, yes, for large parts. There were sometimes we weren't, but for large parts we were. And I thought a draw was a fair result, actually, because I don't think any team deserved to win, really. But like I say, we take the point, and, take the resilience and the character we've shown and move on.
And it's about those high standards, isn't it, that we've set ourselves this season?
Yeah. The lads were saying there, they felt as though they've been a little bit below their standards in training, and it's carried on today, and that's the standards we set each day, and we have got to be better. Have we got a target on his back? Maybe, I don't know. You'll have to ask other teams and managers and all the rest of it. That, but we certainly can't expect to just turn up at BP and expect to, do what we want. The team's going to come and, make it difficult. I thought we started off slow. The first 10, 12 minutes, I think they had 3 long throws, certainly a couple from each side, a couple of corners, a couple of free kicks, and it all seemed to be in and around our box. And it's like, come on. But I thought we, for all our sort of poor quality, we did that bit really well, and we stayed in the game. And it only took one moment to get us back in the game, and it can come in the 87th or 97th minute. It doesn't matter as long as you take it. And I'm trying to be optimistic, positive, but also pragmatic. We can't say anything. I think that was a League Two game, if truth be told, and I think we've got to try and be better than that, and our standards are higher than that. But yeah, you take the point and move on.
If we have got that target on our back and we're playing in front of a big crowd, it's a compliment, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You've got to embrace the challenge. I said that to the lads at half time. I said, look, you don't expect to just turn out. Teams will, it's not their cup final or anything like that. We're not Manchester United, but you've got to live up to our standards, and we certainly didn't in the first half, and things didn't really get much better second half. But we kept going. We did show a huge amount of resilience and a huge amount of character to get. And we sort of forced the ball in the goal as opposed to played our way into areas to create chances. We just forced the ball in the goal, and that's fine, and that'll come off sometimes. But we can't just rely on that, because we've got to have skill and quality. And that was lacking for large parts today.
Cheers, David. Thank you.
Thank you.